Hey, what's up? What's up, you guys? It's your favorite fit chick and boss up babe, Carissa Atkins, coming at you, giving you some gym do's and don'ts for beginners, of course. Now, these are personally just some of my biggest pet peeves that people do in the gym. So don't be this person that does these types of things in the gym, especially if you're trying to fit in and find find your fit family for sure. So these are kind of those unwritten rules, right, of the gym. I know when you walk into the gym, you notice a couple of things, right? Behind the front office, you're going to find like, don't bully, don't do this, clean the equipment, blah, 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 blah. Like these are the gym rules. But let me give you some of those unwritten rules of fitness people in the gym that drive us crazy. All right. So again, these are just some of the biggest pet peeves that drive me nuts every single day when I'm working out in the gym. Number one is when people stand in front of the dumbbell rack and they do exercises. It drives me absolutely crazy. We see this a lot, right? Like guys will go over and they get the 80-pound dumbbells and they're just starting to row like this, okay? Right there in front of the fucking dumbbell rack. Well, that drives me nuts because I need to put my dumbbells back and I need to, use that space. That is the walkway for everyone to grab dumbbells. Don't be that guy. Don't grab the dumbbells and stay right in front of the dumbbell rack and start curling out and repping out reps. No, that's fucking bullshit. Don't do it. All right. Pet peeve number 2, don't hoard the equipment. Oh my God, you don't need every set of dumbbells. You don't need to grab 2 sets of dumbbells, 1 easy bar, and a mat. And a bench. Oh my gosh. I see this time and time and again, every single day. People will go and grab and take everything that they want and then literally make their own little station up right inside like the weight room. Like, don't do that. It's annoying. Plus, hello, everyone else wants to play with all the toys too. So don't be that kid in the toy room that takes everything and then everyone now has to wait for you to be done playing with it. Grab your thing and get the hell out of there. All right. Grab 1 set, do 1 thing, and then get going and then return it. All right. So pet peeve number 3 is when people crowd me. Oh, do not get in my space, right? Oh gosh, this happens all the time. I don't know if guys experience this as much as girls, probably, right? Because there are annoying people everywhere. But as a woman, guys think that they should come right beside me and like rep out something or bench press something like it's going to impress me. Like, I'm there for me and I'm not there to watch you work out. So give me my space, right? COVID was like 6 feet apart and we should keep that rule in the gym too. So you guys don't crowd each other. Don't stand there and like wait for someone, like to get off the bench. Like, give me my space. All right. I need to breathe in the gym. All right. Pet peeve number 4 is when people block the mirror. Oh, okay. So what I mean by this one is when, say I'm on the preacher curl machine, right? So I'm kind of sitting there and I'm like curling these out and the mirror is like 10 feet ahead of me, so ahead of me is the dumbbells and all that great stuff. And I'm curling and someone comes and stands right in front of the mirror that I'm literally using to watch my muscles, like, just rip out. Like, don't do that. Don't stand in front of the mirror. Now I get it. I've worked out in plenty of gyms that's very, very crowded. Okay. If you go at 4 p.m., 5 p.m. and everyone's off work and everyone's in the gym, I get it. But don't be the person who intentionally, when the whole mirror is like, there's a whole spot you could have picked. And instead you're going to pick the one right in front of me. Like, I don't want to see your butt, dude. Stop. All right. Pet peeve number 5 is when people leave their personal shit everywhere. So I see phones, right? Like literally phones have magnets on them and people like stick their phone to like equipment and people will take off their hoodie and like lay it on this piece of equipment. Like, this isn't your room. This isn't your elliptical machine that sits inside your house that never gets used, that literally is a laundry hanger. No. Pick up your shit, get a bag, put it all together and take your bag with you. I don't want to see your sweatpants or your hoodie or your phone or whatever. Okay. I don't want to see that scattered throughout the gym, because if I see a phone that is magnets like sticking to a piece of machine, and I know who it belongs to because we all know the people who do this. So I know that that person is on the other side of the gym. I'm like, bro, are you using this piece of equipment? Like, I doubt it, right? Like, don't be that person who leaves your shit everywhere. Like, pick up. This is not your house. This is a gym. It's community. All right. Whew, that was pet peeve number 5. Pet peeve number 6. Don't socialize. So, do I believe that you can make friends at the gym? Yes, right? Like, friendship is great. Socialization is great. But when you and the entire party of 10 decide to stand in front of maybe the only Smith machine, like, hello, be respectful, be gym aware that people are trying to use that equipment. So you standing around, like, getting your daily gossip in for the day, like, go to the lobby for that. Go to the area that's like commonly used, where everyone like hangs up their hoodies and jackets and all that great stuff. Or, here's a thought. Why don't you finish your workout and go have coffee and support another small business, right? Like, oh my gosh, this does drive me crazy. It's not obviously the biggest one that drives me crazy, but it's definitely one that like tops in on the top 10 chart. Okay, pet peeve number 7, all about the supersets. Okay, so a superset is when you combine one exercise with another, right? And now you're going to do a superset where you like rock out bicep curls and hammer curls at the same time. Let's just give you that example, okay? So some people, like, that would be actually a great example of a superset, because you're using, 1 or 2 set of dumbbells and you're rocking it out right in your one spot. You're not moving everywhere. What drives me crazy is when people think that they need to do a superset of like squats on the squat rack, and then they go over to a different side of the gym to do like hamstring curls. I'm like, bro, like, hello, we're trying to use this equipment. So you walking all the way over there, and then, your friend comes. So now you want to talk, and hello, I'm waiting to get on the squat rack. So, like, if you're a supersetter, I am, right? I love my supersets. If you are doing drop sets, if you're doing anything like that where you're combining more than one episode, try and combo all of that together in one area. Okay. So, and you don't need to do like 1,000 different supersets, like 1,000 different things for one superset. Like, I literally have seen people go from bent over barbell rows over to the close grip pulley roll, and then they literally go over to the lat machine, and then they rotate, right? They like stationary. And like, that's fine if nobody's in there at 2 a.m. But guess what? Someone wants to use a lat pull down too. So share. Okay, so number 8 comes down to racking that weight. Or should I say unracking the weight? So time and time again, do I see guys that will literally load up, the bench press or the leg press machine. You've got like 5 stacks of 45 plates on each side, and it's a lot of work, and you were just bleh, right? Okay, great. I love that you got a solid pump in for the day, but take the weight off the machine. No one wants to come and have to unload your lazy ass's weight. If you can load it, you can unload it. Don't be that person. Don't do it. Okay. My next one. Have you guys ever experienced this one? And let me know if you have. Comment below. When you're in the gym, right? And the gym has its music playing, and the fitness room's got its music playing and blasting, and you can hear the instructor with the microphone. And then bro comes in with his Bluetooth, his JBL little pill box, and decides he wants to just play his music for everyone too. Yeah, it's called headphones. Get some, right? Like, oh gosh, this drives me crazy. There's one person in my gym, every time he comes in and he's blasting his Latino music, which I absolutely love. But I'm like, bro, you got Latino music. This place has got like 90s grunge. And in my head, I'm trying to listen to like, the Hustle Standard or something. So like, just be courteous, right? Get yourself some headphones. Nobody wants to hear your own playlist. It may motivate you, but it doesn't motivate everyone. I hate to say it. Okay. The next pet peeve is when someone spends an hour and a half or 2 hours on one piece of equipment or in one area. Okay. This is comes in at like almost number one biggest pet peeve. And I think it's because I actually work out in a smaller gym. And yes, I know I could always like find a bigger gym, but at the end of the day, it's a gym, it's community, like be respectful. It's all going to come down to this. So what I mean by this is when someone literally goes to maybe the squat rack, which is also like the only place to do like deadlifts. And it's got like a big pad underneath it. It's got bumper plates, things that you can drop. Okay, so it's when someone comes in, and it's typically the powerlifters who literally are just working on one exercise for 2 hours. Like, again, hello, I would like to play on that exercise area too. Don't be that person. Like, if you're training for something, awesome, right? But if you're the person who's taking up the bench press, like the only bench press for 2 hours and it's chest day for me, come on, right? Share the love, share the toys. And if that's you, I would highly suggest trying to go at a time that the gym isn't so full. There's like 2 major times that the weight room is really, really full. And that's like that 4 to 6 a.m. crowd because, hey, we're the champions and we're getting that shit done early in the day. Or there's the after work crowd, right? The 4 to 6, the people who I'm like, oh, you guys are awesome, because there's no way in hell I could go rock out a freaking, 1,000 rep workout at 4:30, or whatever in the afternoon. Like, I'm spent. It's time to now be with my family. And I just want to relax for the night before I gotta go to bed. So, yeah, like, figure out a time. If that's you, if you're training for something specific, like figure out a time that you can go and spend, an hour and a half or just even an hour all on one piece of machine that's not going to piss everyone off. All right. My next pet peeve, I've only got 2 more, you guys. My next pet peeve is when you got the grunters in the room. I know you know what I'm talking about. It's the guys that are like, and I'm like, did you just shit yourself? Like, stop, don't be that gorilla. Like, nobody wants to hear you grunt and moan. If I'm trying to record a video in a separate room and I can hear you on my video, bro, calm down. You're either going to give yourself like a heart attack or shit yourself. So, just keep your shit under control. I'm not saying you got to be like quiet and, I'm not trying to quiet your voice and your, and I get it. Sometimes we have to like, right? But that's a different story. When I'm like doing something hard and I'm like, right? Like I'm pushing through that, but like to let everybody know I'm pushing through that, different story. So if you're the grunter, please stop. It's gross. It's like, it makes me uncomfortable. Like, and it actually pisses me off if I can hear it over my headphones. So don't be that person. Okay. And the last one, the biggest pet peeve that I see is when people don't ask for a spot. Now, this is not the biggest pet peeve of mine, but this is kind of like the don't not ask for a spot and do ask for a spot. So a long time ago when I was in the gym and I was bench pressing, it was pretty impressive for me back then. I was 95 pounds. And I was like, ooh, I was psyching myself up. I was like, Carissa, you got this. You got this. And this is before I worked out with, a workout partner. And I was like, you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. I get down, I load it up. I get like 1 or 2. And I'm like, ooh, yeah, you're going to go for 1 more. And then it gets stuck. Yeah, we've all been there. We can't get that thing up. And so I kind of like, oh my God, this is so embarrassing, right? So I can't believe nobody's like running to help me too. And so I like roll it down my body until I get to the point where I can pretty much hip thrust this thing now. I set the bar down, I curl, I come out of it like I'm a freaking like, like bug coming out of the woodworks. And I look around like nobody wanted to help me. And then I was like, Carissa, okay, valuable lesson to learn here. How about you just ask for a spot next time, right? Save yourself the embarrassment. So if that's you, if you're questioning the weight, if you're like, oh, this is going to be a new personal best for me, that's probably your sign that says, I should just ask somebody for a spot. Now, with that, don't be that person who's literally like waiting like this, right next to me. And I'm like, yo, what are you doing? Get away from my space, right? Because now you're annoying me. Like, no, be the person who kind of like scans the room casually. You can kind of see the guy that always goes to the water fountain after every set. So be that guy, or like know that person, guy or girl, I don't care. Guys, you need a spot too, trust me. And if you don't need a spot for that, great, but get a spot. You go up to that person, you're like, hey, do you mind? Everyone wants to give someone a spot. We've all been there. We all know the challenges of like pushing yourself to the next level. And sometimes it's scary and it's uncomfortable, and we need to do that, but we also need to do it in a safe way. Oh, okay. So now that you've heard some of my gym pet peeves, I want to know, what are some of yours? Like maybe I missed some, because every day I'm always finding new pet peeves of mine. Drop below what some of your gym pet peeves are. And if you have any questions about the gym, if you're trying to like change your body, if you're trying to boss up, get fit, there are people like me who are willing to train you, coach you, mentor you into greatness. And with that, I'm just going to take a quick minute to plug my Boss Up and Get Fit membership club. Now, if you're a woman who wants to get fit, right, who wants to get healthy, who wants to step into the best version of her mentally, physically, and emotionally, consider joining the membership. It's only $29 a month. You guys can afford that. It's cheaper than your gym membership. I guarantee it, pretty much, unless you're at Planet Fitness. But other than that, like for real, like you're going to get support to help you build a stronger mindset. You're going to get support on how to build and sculpt that body of your dreams. You're going to get support around nutrition and self-care and stress and gut health and so much. Plus, you're getting support, community, and accountability, which is priceless. So drop down below, click the link, and let me know what your thoughts are. If you have any questions, and if not, comment below and let me know what your pet peeves are. Let's hear it and let's connect.